And let it be known unto you that the person that took out Charlie Kirk was not black. Charlie Kirk once said it is okay for America to have a couple of lives lost due to gun violence so that America can understand what?
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year so that we can have the Second Amendment to protect our other God-given rights. That is a prudent deal.
I am not trying to say that it was okay for him to lose his life like that, but he literally prophesied what would happen to him. Because this is a man who actually thought it is okay for them white people to do what they wanted to do to us black people, just for his very own to do the same he wanted for other people to him.
Native-born Americans, you better buy weapons, everybody. Have a lot of guns at your disposal. I would never leave your home without a weapon.
I can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up New Age term that does a lot of damage. But
I think it's pretty easy for anyone to get a gun, and that's kind of a problem.
Okay, we just disagree. I think that you should be able to own a firearm and protect yourself. I fully acknowledge and admit when you allow gun ownership, you're going to have gun deaths. There is a cost to liberty. If you argue for Second Amendment rights and say that you're going to get gun deaths to zero, that is a falsehood.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. My name is Natskunda S. If you're new here, I welcome. If you like my content, please consider subscribing, like, comment, and share. Let me know what you think about the situation that Charlie Kirk now is gone. Again, I want to say I am not happy he is gone. We are literally just reflecting on his life, the decisions he made, and some of the things that he wished on black people. By the way, I need to remind you, this man once said,
shows they were actually better in the 1940s. It was bad, it was evil, but what happened? Something changed. They committed less crimes.
Maybe they were afraid. I mean, 4,000 black men, women, and children were lynch mobs.
That's your explanation, but I guess
racial terror permeated American culture for hundreds of years.
Black America is worse than it has been
that affected
in the last 80 years.
The generational psyche of an entire group of people?
Now that Charlie Kirk is gone, and we don't have a person who looks like you and me to blame for his unalivement, we have a person who looks like him, who committed something that he said it was okay to him. What do you think white people are thinking right now? Honestly. Should we call it karma? What he wanted unto, what he wished unto the others is what happened to him. By his own. I need to emphasize on it. Yes, I know as to why you emphasize. Yes, I need to. Because every single day in the United States of embarrassment, it is the black people, black people, black people, black people, black people, black people. Well, I don't know. No way, I'm not seeing the rage that's saying, well, this white dude, what? Everything is about Charlie Kirk. Actually, right now, his entire passing is all about, oh, he had a different political view than Democrats. No, don't beat around the bush, baby. Just because the person who took him out, now you are reverting to politics. Say it the way it is. Them people that look like him took him out. Because if he was a black person, he was going to be international news.
2 days after Charlie Kirk's assassination, the suspect has been identified as Tyler Robinson, a 22-year-old Utah resident. Here's what we know so far. Robinson was arrested Thursday night in southern Utah after allegedly confessing to his father. His father, a law enforcement veteran, reportedly alerted authorities and helped secure his son before officers took him into custody. Robinson was a student at Utah Valley University, insiders told Daily Mail. He lived in Washington, Utah, about 260 miles south of the assassination site in Orem. A 2017 photo from his mother's social media shows him dressed as Donald Trump for Halloween. His motive remains unclear.
Charlie Kirk did not lose his life because of a difference of opinion. He lost his life because of a gun. His death certificate is not going to say difference of opinion. And y'all can stop trying to gaslight people by saying if you're anti-guns, then you should be anti-guns all the time. We are. And if he had advocated for stricter laws, he might still be here right now. Now, is there a high likelihood that the person behind the had a difference of opinion than him? Sure. But I'm going to keep reminding y'all that he said that that was a risk he was willing to take.
You will never live in a society when you have an armed citizenry and you won't have a single gun death. That is nonsense. It's drivel. But I think it's worth it.
Or did he mean that he only thought it was worth it if it didn't impact him and his family? Because many of us know people who don't have parents because shit hit different when it's close to home, don't it? And y'all want people to feel empathy for him, but he didn't feel any empathy for the families who lost their children due to mass shootings at schools. He thought that they were a casualty of war and that it was worth it. And no, I don't feel bad for his wife, because you married someone who thought it was okay for people to die so that everyone else could have guns. You married him. Listen, y'all ain't fooling nobody by trying to change the narrative.
They want us to humanize Charlie Kirk now that he's gone. But let's be real, he spent his entire life denying humanity to literally everyone else. So don't expect softness now. This man wasn't just a conservative talking head. He called the Civil Rights Act a mistake. He said Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson was nothing more than a DEI hire. He smeared Dr. King, mocked Black professionals, stoked fear of immigrants, and spent every breath turning white grievance into a brand. That's not political disagreement. That's a career built on stripping dignity away from entire groups of people. And here's the thing, right? The second he's gone, suddenly people want compassion. Suddenly it's about his family, his humanity, his legacy. Where was that energy when he was tearing ours down? When he was spitting on the humanity of Black people, Latinos, immigrants, queer folks? We're supposed to forget the damage because the man is dead? Death doesn't erase the harm. Death doesn't clean a record. And let's not pretend that that shot was sloppy rage. It was too clean. It was too sharp. Whoever did it knew exactly what they were doing. And the irony is that Charlie worshiped that same culture. He fed it. He amplified it. And it came back for him. That's not karma. That's America. So no, I'm not going to rewrite his story into something soft. The only sympathy that I have is for his children, because they didn't ask for his poison. But for Charlie Kirk, he made it his life's mission to divide, belittle, and dehumanize. And that's exactly how history should remember him. Not as a victim, not as a martyr, but as the hateful man that he chose to be.
When Americans are angry, they turn to guns. Every single time. We've been trying to tell you that for years, for over 20 years, because children have been unalived in their places of learning over and over and over again by hurt individuals. So it has happened to CEOs of the worst corporations in this country. It has happened to our president. Now it's happened to Charlie Kirk. Now it's happened to a political figure, which tells us something important about our culture. The internet and media have made it so the political space has expanded drastically. And in light of this, so have feelings about and surrounding politics. They've expanded, they've grown, and they've gotten serious to the point where people are so distraught and angered by their political emotions that they have resorted to pew-pewing people. And I can't act like I don't understand that. I can't act as though that feeling and that result is not expected when the talking points of these social media figures have led to a culture based around hating individuals who look like me. We are seeing a drastic resurgence of marginalization and dehumanization taking commonplace in America. In our social institutions, places that were supposed to feel safe are now politicized in a way that hurts brown, Black, and LGBTQ communities. What do you expect to happen? Charlie Kirk has been one of the biggest vessels in communicating this hatred. And now we're seeing a symptom of a deeper problem manifesting in the violence that was perpetuated against him. People are angry and afraid, and they don't like the direction that this country is going. And they don't know what to do about it. Blame the root problem. Blame the fascist culture that is taking over this country, that is making every other country look at us like we are crazy. Are you seeing it now? Are you understanding that something is wrong?
As satisfying as it is to see Charlie Kirk get smoked in real time, I have to be honest, I do not find any of this comforting. Because Charlie doing this was not out of good faith, or to try to prove himself right. Out of the several times where he has been proven wrong on camera, every time, that hasn't stopped him. And that's because this thing is not here for debate. This thing is a tool. This is a propaganda generator that is meant to spread disinformation. He is getting funded by large conservative parties and Republicans to spread misinformation and to cause a distraction with these debates. That's all he is. He holds his head like he's shamed, but that's not what he's here for. He's not here to prove himself right. He doesn't care if he's proven wrong. He's there as a diversion to distract people from everything else that's happening in their lives, as well as draw in more followers. Because I promise you, for every hundreds of thousands of people laughing at him for getting educated, there's a few thousand people who are going into his comment section and going, you know what? I don't care what they say. I'm with you, Charlie. And that's who they're after. That's who they're drawing in. And at this point, I am realizing that you can't debate this. You can't argue with this. Because this is not a person. Charlie Kirk and his ilk are a cancer that has now spread rampantly. And I want to know how to fight them.
Listen to this one to the end, guys.
It's called Judea and Samaria. It's not
So
called Palestine.
You don't believe that Palestine have the right to exist?
No, everyone has a right to exist. Show me where it is. It's a non-existent place.
Okay, yeah, I don't think we're gonna.
That's why we're on different planets, right? But what is the national identity of Palestine? Educate me.
Palestinians.
What is that?
Like, what do you mean? What is that?
Yeah, what ethnicity are they?
Arabs?
Okay, so all Arabs are Palestinians?
No, but they are Arabs. What you trying to say? What is your point?
I'm trying to say, because at what point does somebody become a Palestinian?
When he was born in Palestine, or if his parents are Palestinians?
Again, this is why we're talking past each other.
What you trying to say?
I don't think the place exists.
What?
Because it doesn't. It's called Judea and Samaria. It's not called Palestine.
I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.